A winter storm is actually set to impact areas of the Midwest, Mid-Atlantic, and even into the Northeast as we make our way through today and into tomorrow. And we have to watch it closely. We'll have new totals out for you guys in this video. So, welcome everyone. I'm glad you guys are here with me this morning. It's a little bit early of a video, I know, but we're going to do our best here. So, let's get into it now. Please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel. It really helps me out. And of course, leave a comment below where you are watching from. I would greatly appreciate it. So to start off here, going to look at our advisory map. So this is what we got going on. This is the only thing of note in my opinion. So some of these, by the time you're seeing this, there might be changes to this, of course, but this is the general picture we've got here. So from areas of Nebraska and Kansas, this is kind of already done. It's kind of already wrapped up. They've got some more time left on them. These are winter weather advisories, all in this purple that you see here. These kind of expand from the Central Plains all the way back through the Central Appalachian Mountains here. And these are just for some smaller areas of snow that could develop and accumulate on the ground. So something to watch. I don't expect anything crazy with this, but we do have anywhere you see in purple, that is a winter weather advisory, and these do range from snow to even some sleet and freezing rain possible in these areas. Otherwise, relatively quiet. Just got to watch this system closely. Here is our Storm Prediction Center risk areas for today. So we've got one area out here in the kind of central Rockies. So it's mostly higher elevated regions, I will say. So all this map is really saying is that we have a risk of seeing lightning, because of course lightning can be destructive. It can be lethal in some cases. That's why they issue these risks. So just there's a chance that there is thunder and lightning in this area. And then obviously one of a little bit more impact because it's over lower elevations here is in the kind of the central plains getting into the Midwest here, areas of the central plains such as Nebraska, Kansas, and Oklahoma, going over from Arkansas all the way up into Illinois, even into Iowa. A few counties there are included in this just general risk of thunderstorms and thunder itself, lightning. And then there is a small area down here in southern Florida, including the Keys, for some afternoon thunderstorms today. Otherwise, relatively quiet. So let's move on from that. I'm going to show you guys the big picture first. This is starting off right about now. And I will say that this might not be exactly what is falling. This is this model's best idea of what's going on to start off with here. So we're just going to do what we can. So let's just move this on from right here throughout the day. So as we make our way through the next couple hours, as the sun comes up and people go off to work, an area of even possibly heavy snow could be developing in areas of Ohio, just north of the Ohio River here, getting into West Virginia as well. So something definitely of note there. And as this moves its way to the east, we do need to watch areas of West Virginia, Pennsylvania, western areas of Maryland as well for just some light snowfall, maybe moderate snow mixing in here. Areas of West Virginia with some heavier snow. It shows up in this blue here. You'll see areas of red as well. This is what the model thinks would be freezing rain. Areas in purple like this here would be sleet. So it's the model's best idea at sleet. I will say that models really do struggle at determining what is sleet and snow. So some of this blue could be purple and some of this purple could be blue. It's kind of hard to tell. But this is getting into about lunchtime tomorrow, 12 o'clock tomorrow, and then 1 p.m. or so. This snow kind of transitions into northern Virginia, Maryland, Delaware here, kind of over the Delmarva. There's rain mixing in some areas just south of Washington, D.C. We'll have to see where this line really sets up. So we need to watch that closely, but I'm not too concerned about this. The National Weather Service is not either. The temperatures will be marginal in this area, nothing too crazy cold or anything like that. But I mean, I will say, this is about 5 p.m. tomorrow, or sorry, today. And we do have this area that they could experience some heavy snow in northern Virginia here, even up towards Washington D.C. So something to consider there. And we have more frames here, so let's kind of take this further out into the future through the rest of today. So as the sun starts to set, we could see more freezing rain and sleet start to mix in. Not overly concerned about that when it comes to the total ice accumulations, but there definitely could be some worth noting just to kind of coat the roads and get things a little bit slick outside. But moving on here, this is getting towards tomorrow early in the morning, 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, and this is getting towards about the time the sun's coming up. We do have some snow in areas of the southern New England, kind of just the northeast areas of the country here, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Maryland. with some sporadic snow showers. If we continue this on, this run of the HRRR does not do a whole lot else with it other than some light to moderate snow up here in the Northeast. I will say that some models do show freezing rain, much more notably so. So that is something to consider with this, is that there could be more freezing rain than what shows up here, but it's the general idea. I think it's got a pretty good handle on it. So there's your big picture forecast there. And then when it goes to temperatures here, let's discuss this. This is starting off right about now. And the model that we're viewing here is the NDFD model. This is the National Weather Service model. So this is their graphics kind of put together and stitched together to make a map like this. Very cool stuff. So it's starting off right about now. I know there aren't readouts. Just get a general idea, and I'll do some drawing in a second. So this is starting off now. We move on, and you can see we get towards just after lunchtime and then the early afternoon. So this is about the time that temperatures will be peaking. So if we can kind of move around on this map a little bit, I do want to say that areas of South Carolina here, Western North Carolina will be colder than our neighbors here. Kind of you can see this tongue of cooler air dipping down from the north. It's called cold air damming. It could even reach as far to the east as Columbia and even Myrtle Beach. This whole thing here is called cold air damming, where we have a high pressure situated to the north and it can throw colder air down against the Appalachian Mountains. So it looks to be what we're experiencing for today's highs. So, and, our neighbors down here, even in Atlanta, if you live in the upstate like myself, you guys could be warmer down here. And so let's do some readouts here just to kind of take a broader picture. So within this cold air damming wedge, looking at the 40s, upper 40s as high temperatures, maybe 50 degrees. Areas in this yellow you see down here are in the mid and upper 70s. There are even areas that could be in the 80s here. Southern Texas here in the upper 80s. So very warm day. It's just a broad picture here. But your eyes also might be drawn up here to the northeast, and for good reason. Our high temperatures up here are not all that high at all, in the teens, possibly even some areas in the single digits. So let's take a closer look at these snowfall totals here. So this is what the HRRR model prints out starting from now through the rest of the event, at least for the part of it down here to the south before it moves up into the northeast here. And anywhere from Illinois through Indiana, Ohio, and getting over towards Delaware and even New Jersey in the far southern areas, you could see some snow flying around at some point today. So watch for that. Don't expect any crazy accumulations. This model is picking up on maybe even upwards of 3 to 4 inches in areas of central Indiana here. I'm not sure if I buy that, just north of Indianapolis. Might be a little bit high. I'm not quite sure if we'll have that, but it's possible. And then almost the exact southern half of Ohio could see measurable snow on the ground. And as it reaches the higher elevations in West Virginia and Virginia here, definitely some notable snow there. And the northern half or so of Virginia does see a dusting to maybe an inch on the ground by the time this is all said and done. So that's a notable amount of snow, enough to make the ground white. Even getting over into Delaware, is over an inch showing up on this model. It's not necessarily a final forecast, or your totals could vary a little bit, but this is the general idea that I have. So taking a closer look at these temperatures, I will go ahead and say one thing, and that is I'm going to show 3 maps here, and if you are not in one of them, please let me know in the comments down below. I am trying to include as many people as I know watch these videos. So if you don't live under the areas I'm covering here, please let me know, and I can consider adding you to this list of maps here. So this is the far southeast areas of the country. And you can see how this cold air damming wedge works right here. It's kind of an area where our high temperatures are a bit lower in comparison to our neighbors, but you can see a lot of the deep south in the mid 70s, even 80s. So it's a very nice day, even in some of these cold air damming regions. Still a pretty nice day, honestly. And moving up the coast to kind of the mid-Atlantic areas here, getting into Virginia, it is warmer. I mean, sorry, it is cooler. We have temperatures here in the upper 30s, maybe 40s. The reason I said warmer is it might be too warm for snow. That's why I do question some of the total amounts of this snow in this area, or rather, if it does manage to fall, I do wonder if it will stay around very long because our temperatures, the sun could come out after this system and it kind of melt that. But who knows? It's very possible that it sticks around if temperatures stay right. And then moving up all the way to the northeast here, I have a lot of viewers tuning in from this map right here. Actually, more than I ever would have anticipated. So I appreciate you guys tuning in. But working our way from the south up to the north here, Northern Virginia onwards to the north, Pennsylvania here is really just a chilly day, even for you guys' standards. This time of year, high temperatures in the low to mid 30s is not necessarily typical. And New York here is a big state for just cold today. And all of New England, southern and northern, interior, exterior, everywhere is kind of cold today. We even have teens, possibly single digits, as high temperatures in areas of the Northeast. Now I will show you our low temperatures. This is incredible, I think. Let me get everybody in frame here. We have a negative 20 degrees showing up here, negative 19, negative 20, negative 15. Brutally cold temperatures in some of these areas of the far northeast today with this storm system. It's bringing its cold air in with it, so it's very possible here. I will show you now. This is your total forecast snows here by the National Weather Service. So this is what we're looking at. Nothing crazy, but uh, dusting half an inch, even an inch amounts in areas here. This might be a little conservative. There also could be some ice mixing in. The National Weather Service is not calling for much though. So I will move this a little bit further to the east, or sorry, the west here. I got to get my words straight. This is our total snowfall. So again, I think the HRRR model pretty much has this down, give or take a little bit here and there. But yeah, in some areas, starting pretty much now, from the rest of the event, you can see it here. Very important, you know where you're on a map. So just take a look at this map. You can pause it, find yourself, and then kind of essentially put two and two together. So all of that being said, appreciate you guys watching today. Tune in this evening. I'll have you guys forecast video, and we'll go over all the latest and greatest for this any upcoming storm systems. I think we're gonna have a lot to cover. You can see as we get out towards the end of this run, say right here, is this gonna be severe weather? Who knows? We'll have to go over it all. So make sure you tune in. Appreciate you guys watching. I will see you in the next one.